Hey everyone, Karnak, Star Wars Armada Explained. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a review of a website of someone who does some 3D printing. So the 3D printing, if you know his name on the forums, it's Stray's Nida. He does some painting and some 3D printing, and he has put up a page. It's called Imperial Phoenix Hobby Works. Now, the products that he has on hand, I think, are really good considering the what he has available. As you can see there, we've got a picture here of some assault frigate Mark One, some dreadnoughts, stormtrooper transports. He's got an escort carrier. Look at the detail on that. I think that looks really good. And these are all, he's not just finding random designs and then just printing them like what some people potentially do. He's actually actively going out and finding those that own these models, and he's getting official permission to be able to produce those for them. So a little bit different than something like Shapeways or some other sites where potentially, do they actually have all the authorization to make or print any of these? Who knows? But he has quite a lot of different models available. Which, like for example, check out this assault frigate Mark One. So he's got a comparison here. He's got a larger version and a smaller version. I don't know how much Canadian is compared to American or maybe some others, but if you look at the different sizes, you'll see that there's a smaller one for 35 Canadian and a larger one for 50 Canadian. I think the larger one looks way, way better because all that more detail and things you can get on there. He also has just little squadrons if he wants to spruce up. He's got a Sunfish class corvette. I don't remember where that's from. It looks like that goes on a small base. He's got the Phantom attack shuttle, and I did order some products from him. I'm showing just a second. He's got stormtrooper transports. Again, that escort carrier. I don't quite remember what Action 4 transport is, but again, dreadnoughts, and he's got a DP-20 gunship. Check that out. Check out the picture on that. That just looks so good. So I went ahead and ordered. I went ahead and got myself a little fan. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see, if I can get the little model up there. But that's the Phantom. Really, it's really sturdy. The wings are not like thin and like you feel like they're gonna break or anything like that. It's even got the little turret. You probably can't see. But it's got the little turret on there for the Phantom too. And this is what I'm going to be using for my Kanan Jarrus whenever I put Kanan Jarrus out on the field. And that way it feels more like Kanan rather than just, another hawk looking thing. Also, I got 3 of the Stormtrooper transports. I'm going to show 2 of them. I got 3 of them. I got the Stormtrooper transports because I love like X-Wing and TIE Fighter and the little troop transports going around shooting little ion guns. And I'm like, man, what would be the most beneficial model for that to replace on the table? Oh, gauntlets, because my gauntlets can't hit anything either. So so might as well have them be stormtroopers. So that's my thought. And just again, the detail on these is just, it's so good. Like it's hard to like show that like just through this, but if you go into the picture, I mean, gosh, you just see these things and you can tell a lot of love and a lot of work goes into them. And yeah, it's just, I'm super excited to get these painted and to get looking really good. And I couldn't resist a DP-20 for 20 bucks. So you might be thinking, well, how big actually is it? Well, I mean, here's the model. I mean, it's about the size of a CR90. And he's consistently even improving on this. The version I have is not the same version he's selling now. It might still just say DP-20 gunship, but he's consistently always refining the models to try to make sure he's putting out the best quality product that he can. Because the model I have, when he did the print, he thought the print that he had for the little turrets on here was really good. And it is good. I'm not complaining at all. I love this model. The overall model, absolutely, totally satisfied and happy with. And you can see on there, it's got the little turrets that stick out. Well, for whatever reason, the one I got, the molding, they're a little fragile, and they do break off. And that's totally, for me, that's totally fine because you can't expect, how fragile is it compared to a VSD antenna? I would say that they're slightly more fragile than the VSD antenna. I only have one VSD with an antenna left. But I'm not getting the model because I expect these little these little points of 3D printing to survive. That's an asinine expectation to keep. And he's, like I said, he's continually improving to try to make the structural integrity of these be more reinforced so that they're not going to break. But you can't order this and expect that they're not ever going to break off just by even being careful with it. I've broken, 3 or 4 of these things on accident. But the level of detail overall with the DP20 is just, it's excellent. It's really good. Like, you look at this, like, man, if this was painted and sold by FFG, like, I would be convinced, because the model is just, it's just so good. Like, I get nothing else. Get the DP20. Yes, it's ugly as sin. The DP20, the ship itself is ugly as sin, but you know what? It's built to fight. It's built to engage and attack. Some people would probably replace a hammerhead with it, maybe, or CR90, or for Imperials, you could replace like a Raider or an Archidans with this. And I have like an assault frigate that I had somebody make for me that I use for a small base as well, and not assault frigate, a Nebulon B2 assault frigate, to clarify. So I like collecting these alternate models, especially something, again, I'm excited to get this painted and get this on the table. So that is Imperial Hobby Works, and you might think, oh, he doesn't have a whole lot here to start with. Well, again, he's going through all the proper channels and negotiating deals, contracts. He has more products that he has lined up. He's just waiting for approval on. Or sometimes he'll even spend weeks on something to finalize a deal, and at the last minute it falls through. And that's normal business practices. But the fact that he's offering, ship models like this of such high quality, I mean, you can't compare the pricing. I mean, you go to something like Shapeways, something like this, you're usually paying the same or way more, and the model is just not as good. Like I said, the Phantom, the Stormtrooper, I mean, all this is just a really high model. I know a lot of people, I want to get a Dreadnought Heavy Cruiser next. I got to save up a little bit of extra money. I want a Dreadnought Heavy Cruiser. I might get an escort carrier. Man, I just want all of it, because like the assault frigate is just, like the $50 was just a little hard for me to get at that moment, because I kind of wanted the other stuff. But man, I do want an Assault Frigate Mark 1 really bad, because that model is just gorgeous. Especially if I then if I pay him to paint it. Oh. Anyway, I'm just trying to do more highlights on local artists, people that have things not only for Armada, but maybe for some other products as well. I'm definitely open to highlighting these kind of folks, because, they're doing something that's awesome, and I want to try to get them more exposure for that. So this is Imperial Phoenix Hobby Works. I'll have the website link posted there for you. And if you feel like you're interested in these products, get in touch with them. Let them know this is not a paid advertisement. I'm doing this on my own initiative. I did ask him, like, hey, is it okay if I do a video review of your site? And he said, okay. But yeah, he's just a fantastic guy. Dreas is a very hard worker. And yeah, I just, hopefully this helps you guys out. It helps him out, and we help out our community. So you guys are all great. You're fantastic. I'll have a video for tomorrow or maybe Wednesday for Armada cards, and I'll keep working on that, and I'll catch you all next time.